Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be doing a smoky eye tutorial and showing you how I did this look with the Morphe 9C palette. I consider this palette to kind of be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette because if I open it up you'll see it has kind of the same color story, the same browns, oranges, pinks, golds. As you can see, I love this gold color. It's used much more than the others. So if you'd like to see how I did this look, please keep watching. So the first step I'm starting with is my primer. I only recently started using primer, and before I started using it, I used to think that all eyeshadow colors looked the same on me and I would be so disappointed with the way that most colors showed up, but ever since I started using primer, it literally changed my eyeshadow game. Like, all the colors show up so well, so this is definitely a must-do step. And here I'm waiting for it to dry, which is probably the only downside to using primer. The first shade I'm going to use is called Stone Fox, and this is a dark orange shade that is most similar to the shade Real Gar in the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be using this as a transition shade in my crease, so I'm slowly working up the color here. The key to the smoky eye is going to be to gradually build up the color, so right now I'm not really concerned about how precise the placement is, I'm just trying to get that color in there. So once I feel that there's enough color in the crease, I'm going to slowly start making my way down onto covering more of the lid area. Next I'm going to be using this dark magenta shade called Rich Girl, and in the Modern Renaissance palette, this is kind of like a mix between the shades Love Letter and Venetian Red. I literally use this color all the time. This is probably my second most used shade in this entire palette. So the focus here is going to be on the lids. I really want to pack that color onto the lids. This is kind of going to be the main color of our smoky eye. Once I like how it looks, I'm just blending it all out with a clean, fluffy blending brush. Then to get a little bit more of that smoky effect, I'm going to be using this dark brown shade called Chocolate Diamond, and in the ABH palette, this is like the shade Cypress Umber. So I'm going to start by just packing that on in my outer V and the lower half of the lid area. So I'm really going slow here and gradually building that color. There's no rush. And from the outer V, I also started taking it a little into my crease as well to really deepen it and add that smoky look. Again, blend, blend, blend with a fluffy blending brush. I'm just getting closer to my mirror here and making sure it looks the way I want and to make sure I'm not missing out blending any patches. So here I'm picking up some more of that Chocolate Diamond shade with an angled liner brush, and I'm trying to get as close to my lash line as possible, but basically I want to kind of draw on brown eyeliner. Obviously, if you have a brown eyeliner pencil, the easiest thing to do would be to use that and kind of blend it out, smudge it out, but I don't have one, so I'm just making do with what I have. But basically the key here is to try to get as close to your lash line as possible and maybe go a little over, you know, just to kind of really darken that area and intensify the color gradient. Just blending everything out again. So here I'm just going back into that brown shade and using it to darken and deepen my crease. I could have done this earlier, but really the best way to do a smoky eye is to build the color up gradually and only add color when you need it. So that's what I'm doing here. And every time I apply more color, I like to blend it out, so here I am blending for the fourth time. The next step is going to be eyeliner, and if you couldn't tell, I love winged eyeliner. I really feel like it lifts your eyes and elevates the eyeshadow look, especially with the smoky eye. I think it's really important to do. The way I like to do it is to do my liner first and then draw my wing and then connect the two. But this mirror angle was just not working for me, so I grabbed my palette mirror and was looking in that. I promise I'm using the gentlest of pressure here. I'm not tugging at all, but since I am right-handed, I find it really difficult to apply liner on my left eye if I don't hold it down just a little bit. Here I'm just going to tightline my waterline and also bring down the color a little underneath my waterline as well. I'm generally not the biggest fan of bottom heavy eyeliner unless it is a smoky eye. For this next step, I had the hardest time deciding between the orange shade and the pink shade, but eventually I just ended up dipping into a little bit of both. And what I'm doing here is applying this right underneath my lower lash line. So right underneath where I already applied that black eyeliner, that's where this color is gonna go. And it's really important for just kind of rounding out the whole look because we started with the lighter color, towards the top of the eye, and now we're bringing that lighter color back to the bottom of the eye. And again, it's okay if it's not super precise because this is a smoky eye. It will look smudged out and blended out, and that is okay. And I'm just going to finish out the look by curling my lashes and applying mascara. So this is the finished look. I really like how it came out. I know when you think of smoky eye, you may think of loading on layers and layers of black eyeshadow, but I prefer this kind of look where you build up the color gradually and create a smoky gradient. And I feel like these colors are much more wearable, and I really like the way that they look on medium skin tones. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos every Friday.